Today is April 12th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com, presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and our friends at Royal Banks.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
Rammer, the Cardinals win today 7-4. Can we stop worrying about them? Can we enough with all of the, sell the team, it's terrible, fire Ollie, all this, whatever. Are we over that? Are we good? We won 2 in a row. Are we happy now?
Well, I think happy is relative to each and every at bat as they occur each and every game. No, I think there's still a ton of room for improvement. And even though Flaherty was pretty good today, considering the circumstances, considering where he's been, considering Colorado and the thin air, he was pretty good. And the bullpen was pretty darn good, and you scored a bunch of runs. But you can always strive to get better. The minute you're not trying to get better means you're lost.
Yeah, the bullpen today, Jack Flaherty pitched well again. I mean, he has in 3 starts, it hasn't been awful yet. I mean, he had no hits in the first game, just a lot of walks, in the second game. I know, but it still shows that the stuff that's getting over the plate, they're not hitting.
Agreed.
So,
yeah.
And you saw today completely cut down on the walks, had 1 walk in the 5 1/3 innings that he threw. Also was able to go longer in the game. 86 pitches, was able to get him into the 6th inning today because of the lack of walks. So he cut down on the pitch count. And you saw what Jack Flaherty is capable of doing.
I think he's capable of much more, but I think we agree it's a tremendous step in the in the right direction.
So you go from there, you hand the ball to we'll get to all the offensive stuff, but you hand the ball to Zach Thompson. So it goes Zach Thompson, Drew Verhagen, Andre Palante, Giovanni Gallegos, Ryan Helsley. I think if we are going to sit here and nitpick about the pitching and talk about how they don't have enough starters and talk about how they didn't go out and do enough in the offseason to address the pitching, I think if we are going to sit here and essentially shit on some of the pitching that is out there, I think when the pitching's good, I think we need to talk about it. And so far this year, Zach Thompson has appeared in 5 games this season, has allowed 5 hits and only allowed 1 run that's unearned. Giovanni Gallegos, who everybody was concerned about when it came to the pitch clock and how he was going to perform this season, he has come in 3 games. So far this year, 3 innings pitched, has allowed 1 hit, and has struck out 6.
I think we could argue to him that the pitch clocks helped him. The old card playing thing, study long, study wrong. Get up there and throw you got good stuff. Get up there and throw.
Yeah, so I think that when you look at the good for it, again, I have said this, I think this is just common knowledge. When you come into any baseball season, the bullpen that you have in April is not going to look anything like that come September, come August, come June. It's not going to look anything like whatever you think your bullpen's going to look like at the start of the season. You're wrong.
Yeah. And then there'll be some guys who aren't doing well or will get hurt, and you'll get the turnover and you'll be able to fix it. That you're sounding a little bit like John Mozeliak. And that is patience. And he doesn't preach it, he lives it. If you can't, as a fan, you don't even have to agree with it, but appreciate his consistency in being patient, putting a club together, let it play, see what things aren't working, and then you have time to address those issues and hopefully repair them. That is his style. You hate it? That's okay with me. I get hating it, but he's very consistent and overall, many mistakes, but overall pretty successful.
It's the 2nd week of the season. You don't think you don't think that Jack Flaherty's going to pitch? You don't think Miles Michaelis is going to pitch?
I wonder.
You don't think Helsley's going to close out games?
Maybe not every night.
You don't think Goldschmidt's going to hit 30 home runs?
He's pretty good.
Yeah. By the way, so Andre Pallante comes into the game today. We talked. I think we just talked about this a couple days ago. All of the numbers that the coaches have there on the bench. All of the stats that they have that you and I might not have as we sit home and watch the game. One thing that we have is we see where Andre Pallante performs well. Andre Pallante performs well if he is starting an inning, if he comes in low leverage situations, and you don't put any stress on him. Andre Pallante is great. He'll come out there, he'll get you outs, he'll bridge whatever gap you need, and he'll be just fine. So why are we putting him in there with runner? Why are we continuing to put him in there with runners on base? Why? We have the numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at, if you look at it, and it'd be easy to do now by who pitched well today after Thompson came out, or after Verhagen got lit up a little bit, but Pallante was part of that, getting his first blown save. Would you have gone to Gallegos instead of Pallante a little bit early? Some of it might have to do with availability, not excusing it, just trying to understand it.
Yeah, in low leverage situations in 2022, Andre Pallante had a batting average against of 244 in those options. When you start to raise the leverage of that, goes to 310 in those situations. It's just plain and simple. When he comes in to games and there's nobody on base, he's a heck of a lot better.
Well, and that's typical of middle relievers.
Yeah.
If they were better in high leverage situations, they'd be closers.
And I mean, we saw last year, Andre Pallante came in. I mean, as a starter, when he started games, he was okay. Then when you made him a reliever, you need to start him off with nobody on base. You need to start him off. Yeah, you need to give him a fresh inning, a clean inning. Let him come in, let him warm up, and these are numbers that I feel like we all have, and it just kind of baffles me that we're.
I wish we'd have watched the game. I wish we'd have watched the game together to say, because after the fact, it's hard to be honest with ourselves of what we would have done. But in the moment, who would you have gotten up? Who was available at that moment? Who would you have brought into the game? Those things after the fact get kind of muddied with results-oriented thinking.
Rammer, in the game today, we saw history late in the game in the ninth inning. Cardinals again win 7-4. Jordan Walker comes up in the ninth inning and gets another base hit with 2 outs in the it was a lead off the inning. So a 1 out or a no out single to lead off the inning in the ninth. Waited till his final at bat. But doing so extends his hit streak to 12 games. Jordan Walker has now gotten a hit in the first 12 games of the Cardinals season, the first 12 Major League games that he has ever played in his life. He is a 20-year-old kid right now, and for the first time in 111 years, a player age 20 or younger has started their career with a 12-game hit streak. It is incredible that I don't know what we expected out of Jordan Walker. I know we expected him to hit the ball really hard, which he's done. I know we expected him to hit home runs, which he's done twice. We expected him to play adequate right field for a kid that's still learning how to play the outfield and has only had the guidance of Willie McGee for a few months now on how to play the outfield. I don't think anybody expected him to have a 12-game hit streak, 44 away from Joe DiMaggio, to start his Major League career.
No, because as you pointed out, hadn't happened in 111 years. Why would anybody expect that? It's not reasonable to expect that. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I think he should probably move up in the lineup. He's moved up a spot between 7 and 8. I think there's a little tweaking that Ollie can do with the lineup, but Walker is a guy you don't have to worry about, in my view.
Yeah, Wilson Contreras in the game today again went 0 for 5. He is now hitting 179 on the year. When you look at the line, I mean, you talk about Brendan Donovan struggling right now, a 214 average to start the year, but everybody else after that, I mean, Burleson at 300, Goldschmidt 364, Arenado 327, Gorman, who big home run again for Nolan Gorman in the game today that we haven't even mentioned yet. 313. Jordan Walker 319 average. Wilson Contreras 179. He was brought in for his bat to be that offensive guy that's going to protect Goldschmidt and Arenado in the lineup. It's not happening. I think we could start slowly moving some things around there. But that's the thing with Walker right now. It's working down there. If he's sitting 7th, I'm not saying you drop Wilson Contreras all the way to 7th or 8th in the lineup and you move everybody up one. I don't. Where do you stop? If you move Wilson Contreras down, where do you stop moving him down?
Well, I'd have Donovan 9 and him 8. Play your hot guys in the big spots. It's not personal. And if their ego can't handle it by this time in their career, we got bigger problems. Play the hot guys. Put the hot guys in the hot spots and then move it around. So you move Donovan to 9, where he kind of started out last year. You move Tommy Edman to lead off because he's red hot. Guess what? Tommy Edman will cool off. History doesn't lie. He will cool off. And by the time he cools off, Donovan's probably going to be hot again. And you flip them. Play the hot guys. Set up your lineup to put your guys in a position to be successful, therefore your team to be successful. Against right-handers, I think it should be against righties and lefties, but at least against right-handers, Gorman should be hitting 5th, period.
We talked about this during right out of spring training, that Nolan Gorman had such a good spring that was overshadowed by Jordan Walker. Yeah. Making the team at 20 years old and having a very good enough spring to make the team. Now that we're into the season, Jordan Walker once again overshadowing Nolan Gorman with the good start that Gorman's off to. Now with his 4th home run of the season today in the game, now up to 10 RBIs. It's not a bad thing. I mean, this is, let it keep happening. Let Nolan Gorman have a heck of a season. I'm all for it.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Right.
Unless you're one of the other major league teams. And by the way, he's surpassed Walker as far as production. He's got 10 RBIs. Mm-hmm. 10.
Yeah.
Already. Gorman needs to be in more high leverage at bat situations. Mm-hmm. And I'm not afraid to put Gorman up there either. By the way, just for fans who think that if you're being critical, why do you hate so-and-so? It's not about hate. It's about maximizing your players to maximize your team's opportunity to win. Tyler O'Neill has done a ton of things early to be critical of, but he's hitting the heck out of the ball. Carlson's hurt. Hey, he took your center field job. Now you take it back. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's good. It's a good thing. O'Neill hit one 460 feet today. 460. Get out there and play, young man. Go get it. That's what it's all about. But it doesn't mean the things he did earlier, of which we were critical, we were wrong. That's part of being a baseball fan.
By the way, as we're doing this live post game today, following the Cardinals and Rockies game, 7-4 Cardinals win, I just want to point out that in the 5th inning right now, Rays and Red Sox, the Tampa Bay Rays are up 6-1 right now. They just put up a few more runs in the 4th inning, so now they are up 6-1 in that game. For those people not paying attention to the rest of Major League Baseball, the Tampa Bay Rays are 11-0 now to start the year, about to go to 12-0 on the season.
It appears they've got quite a bit of everything. I wondered about their offense coming in. I'm wondering no longer. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to hit up and down the order all year long. Nobody does that, but it sure has been fun to watch.
They have a run differential right now, Rammer, of plus 63.
Yeah.
Because not only are they winning games, they were blowing out teams with back-to-back, with 3 shutouts in a row against the A's and the Red Sox earlier this week.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible what they are doing, and a lot of other fun stories around the league right now as well too. But that is that the Rays and Jordan Walker start, 2 things that we have not seen in a very, very long time. Hey, if you're heading down to the ballpark this weekend, a lot of giveaways. By the way, hey, let's give away tickets right now. I put it out there on Twitter earlier today, and for the ticket giveaway for Thursday's game, and we are going to give away tickets to that game to Dan Griffith. Gets the tickets for the game tomorrow. I will be in contact with him on Twitter. But then you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday giveaways. Rammer, Friday is the Nolan Arenado bobblehead. Saturday is the Jackie Robinson cap. And on Sunday, April 16th, Cardinals host the Pirates. And that day, 25,000 fans ages 16 and older will take home a mystery nickname jersey courtesy of Maryville University. For tickets or more information, visit cardinals.com/promotions. You can get your Goldie 46, your Red 2, your Machine 5, or your Engine 42 powder blue jersey on Sunday.
I have a prank for you.
Yeah.
You and I have some connections.
Yeah.
Down at the ballpark.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get a couple of Cardinal jerseys and put one of them Joe Rod and the other one Rammer, and just throw it in the box for the giveaways. See what happens when a person goes, who the hell is this?
I thought for a second you were going to say we get somebody in production to make a jersey that says Claibs on the back and the number be 2LB for 2 pounds of carrot cake.
Hey, the Claibs one would be revered.
Yeah.
That would be sold on online for thousands of dollars.
Right.
But mine and yours would be, what the hell is this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people, yeah, they would, the Cardinals would end up having to spend more money on make goods for something like that to apologize to people than the prank would be worth itself, I think. They would have to give away like a season ticket package or something just to apologize for them having to come up to the guest services to complain about it.
We need a Claibs jersey day, no question.
Absolutely. We will work on that. We will talk to you tomorrow. Cardinals Pirates, a 4-game series tomorrow at Busch Stadium. Pirates for 4, Diamondbacks for 3 next week. A lot of baseball to talk about, and we will do so right here on Daily Cards Live, brought to you each and every day by Mungenast St. Louis Acura, Royal Banks of Missouri. He's Rammer. I'm Joe. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
At St. Louis Acura, we have over 130 new Acura models in stock or on the way in March. Like the 2023 Acura MDX, get $1,500 in loyalty cash when you buy, or you can lease the MDX starting at $599 a month. Earn $1,000 loyalty cash on the 2023 Integra, RDX, or TLX, or you can save over $3,500 on our large selection of Acura courtesy vehicles. St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.